Hey, how you doing, everyone? This is Shlomo Errol here with Kale Realty, your real estate agent. And if some of you know, I also hold the designation of an SRES, which is a senior real estate specialist that was given to me by NAR, National Association of Realtor. And that means I help seniors with the sale of their home, moving, downsizing, but also helping them, getting to those services they need. And one of them is one of the most important ones. It's an elder law attorney. So when time comes, and it comes quite often, I do refer it to my friend Matt Margolis with Margolis Weldon. And how you doing, Matt?
Good. How are you, Shlomo?
I'm great. Thank you for being here. So Matt, maybe give a small introduction about yourself and your company. And I will just ask a question. Why do we really need an elder law attorney?
Yeah. So my partner Lauren Weldon and I have our practice, Margolis Weldon. We're in downtown Park Ridge. We've now had our practice for 6 years. All we do is estate planning and elder law. That is the gist of what we help folks with. We don't handle any other practice area. And on the elder law side of our practice, for us, what that really means is really providing guidance to families and seniors that are sort of dealing with this transition of, going from being very capable and handling everything on their own to all of a sudden maybe being in a stage of their life or a chapter of their life where, they're slowing down a little bit, and maybe something has happened where, cognitively they are not as sharp as they once were. Physically, they're not able to do certain things that they were once capable of doing. And so, when those things happen, there's issues that arise and questions come up, and families are really, sort of, in some cases, gasping for air and trying to just survive and trying to figure out what's the best solution here for mom or for dad or for my sister or my brother or whoever it is that needs the help. And so for us, really the elder law side of our practice means counseling families. It might mean just helping update powers of attorney because mom or dad is starting to fail, and we want to make sure that we get these important documents in place before maybe they lose capacity and they don't have the ability to sign these documents anymore. It's helping people with various benefits that they might be able to qualify for. So that might be benefits through the VA or Medicaid that will help pay for long-term care. We assist families with Medicaid applications, that they might be overwhelmed and not want to handle the application on their own. And so we can take that off their plate. We provide a lot of value on the Medicaid side by not just doing applications, but by also helping people protect assets, right? Mom or dad's moving into a facility. Is there something we can do to protect some of what they have that they've worked so hard for? Can we, we want to make sure that we don't leave mom who's at home with not a lot of money. We want to keep her, with as much money as we can. Maybe there's a desire to pass on money to the kids or the grandkids. So there's some planning we can do in that regard. And really, it's just similar to you, Shlomo. It's about realizing that we are such a small piece of the puzzle when it comes to working with seniors and as far as what we can help with. And so a lot of it is about connecting them with all other resources that they can benefit from. So, do they need a senior real estate specialist to work with? Do they need a care manager? Are they looking for guidance on, where should mom or dad move? So all these pieces, we really like to be a resource, and our goal is to really try to connect them with all the people that they might need, and not just say, go Google it, and good luck finding somebody, right?
Oh yeah. So that was great, and I would say it was also a lot. So you take care of a lot of items right here, because I just heard 6 or 7 of them, and from like you said, there is the real estate side, there is some assets, there is Medicare, there's power of attorneys, and you even said, it's always good to have a power of attorney beforehand while you're capable of doing that, not while you're not, because then it might go to guardianship. Pretty much you don't have any power at all. It's someone else is making the decision for you, which in some cases it's not that bad. And so this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do these videos, and we're gonna have more videos explaining and diving into each segment, each item. And from what I hear, we're probably gonna have 8 to 12 videos this year, which is great, because our purpose is to refer to those professional services that can actually help them, provide them with an excellent service like you, like me, and know they're protected, but also to make them more knowledgeable. Because let's be honest, they'll go on Google and they'll just put whatever they look for, like power of attorney. There's going to be probably like 50 different answers. So there is not like one pill fits all. There isn't. Same as real estate. There is no like every house or property is unique. There is no such in the second one or the same one. So I'm gonna ask, what is the most common things that you usually do?
Yeah, so I mean, I would say, again, on the sticking to the elder side of our practice, I would say something as simple as powers of attorney are very common, because a lot of times people are, if somebody is starting to show any signs of cognitive impairment, right? Maybe and it could even be a diagnosis, an early diagnosis of Alzheimer's or some form of dementia. Um, you know, it's very important. It's so important to get powers of attorney documents in place, while somebody still has the capacity to sign them, and they still have the capacity to decide, yes, I want Shlomo to make my financial decisions. I want, my daughter Mary to be making my medical decisions. It is, again, I can't stress the importance of having these documents in place. And this really isn't necessarily just an elder law issue. Everybody over the age of 18 should have powers of attorney. But again, especially for the senior population, where we do see signs of cognitive impairment with folks. And again, getting those documents in place early, such a huge benefit. And then getting the right powers of attorney in place. So there are plenty of estate planning attorneys out there who do a wonderful job of putting these documents in place for their clients. But when we look at these documents from the elder law side, we want certain language to appear, especially in the property power of attorney, that allows the agent, which is the person that we're naming to make decisions for us, that allows the agent to do certain things for us. And as an elder law firm, and a lot of our colleagues who practice in this area, one thing that we really do is we add additional language to the statutory forms that Illinois puts out there that allows the agent to do certain things for the principal, the person who's documented, is over time. And so we add all this extra language because we see things, and we've seen things over the years that come up, and we're like, what, it would be beneficial for Shlomo as the power of attorney for his dad to be able to do this or to be able to do that. And if that language is not specifically laid out in the document, our hands are tied. You can't do that for your dad. And so sometimes they might have powers of attorney in place, but we're looking at them and saying, what, it doesn't have this language or that language. Let's update these, because these things could arise down the road. Better to have it and never need it than to need it and not have it, right? So again, something as simple as powers of attorney are extremely common for us to be dealing with clients with and putting those in place. And I'd say the other piece is Medicaid, and just really everything surrounding Medicaid. People are coming to us typically trying to figure out, how does Medicaid work? What does it mean? What can my mom and dad still have, but allow them to apply for this benefit? Are there ways for us to protect assets and still apply for Medicaid? What types of long-term care facilities, do accept Medicaid? So, again, without going into a ton more detail on that end, really, that Medicaid piece is huge for us. And I mean, I would argue for a lot of elder law firms, that's going to be a large part of what they're doing.
Yeah, and I even went to a couple of courses for the Medicaid, and I was like, oh my God, that's more than mind blowing. It's like, it's so much. And again, it's so much, and every person is very specific to what their needs. And said power of attorney, there is not such as the same power of attorney for each person. Like you said, the language. So can I ask you, Matt, how many years have you been in the business, or?
So Lauren and I have had our practice for 6 years. We've both been doing this for 10 years. Actually, for me, I think it'll be 10 years in March.
Oh yeah. Right.
So and this is all we do, right? This is all we do. We don't handle any other area of the law. So
yeah, because you did mention experience, and I think that's one of the things that are most important. You can be, don't know your grades at law school, what it was, but you can be getting all A's if you don't have the experience, and especially I would say in this area, you'll find yourself, very complicated and don't know what to do. And again, there's no one pill for everyone. You have to talk with an elder law attorney to understand it, to be consulted. So great. And this is why I wanted to do it again. We're gonna have some videos. We're gonna dive into each segment. We're gonna give some tips also about real estate and assets and what to do when even someone passed away, how to deal with that. We went through that a couple times already. So unfortunately, I would say. And again, we're here to make our viewers more knowledgeable about this area. And if anyone has any question, they can always reach to us. I'm gonna put obviously the emails right here, phone numbers. So guys, if you're out there, always you can reach out to us and ask any question that you want. And we're here. Matt, thank you. I will see you soon in our next video. And thank you, everyone. And thank you, Matt.